seems like the sort of ostentatious outfit he might wear, but not 100%.
Correct answer is... Brilliant. Step closer to home. Chaser has put Elton John's right answer. This is a great game. Stays with us. Stays with us.
You're more excited than the contestant.
Oh, yeah, but 6 on the bounce. Come on. Here's your question. Come on, David. Here we go. 6 on the bounce, please.
He's met half of them.
How jammy is that? Come on. Which of these men became a member of Parliament first? A. Michael Heseltine. B. Michael Howard. C. Michael Portillo. Oh, don't tell me you don't know.
Michael Portillo. I swear.
Here we go. You have put Michael Heseltine. Okay.
Michael Heseltine, I've gone for him because I think he's quite old now. I think he's older than the other two, certainly older than Michael Portillo, and I think he was a rising star of the Conservatives when he came in, so I'm hoping he entered Parliament when he was quite young. If I'm wrong, I'll be kicking myself, but you know, you're only here once, no guts, no glory. Had to give it a go, and
No guts,
All right, here we go.
no
Fingers
glory.
crossed.
No guts.
To go through with 44 grand, the correct answer is... Go on, go on, go on,
Come on, hurry
go
up.
on, go on.
Yes, please.
Get in! Well done, David, I love it. Well done, Cockle. Brilliant. Hey!
Well, nothing I could have done. You got 6 on the spin.
6 on the bounce. Brilliant. Well played, you.
Thank
David,
you.
you're through the final chase, mate. That was sensational going. That really was unbelievable. Yeah, fantastic, honestly. What about that, folks? David, 6 on the bounce. Gets through to the final chase with 44 grand. He joins Karina and Martin. The prize fund is up to 60,000, 20 grand each. Come on, are they going home with it? Oh, I hope so. We'll see you after the break.
Coming up on One News at 6, the legal aftermath of this massive tyre blaze. Angry residents take their regional council to court. Plus, how emergency services describe the fire. No social distancing concerns for the Prime Minister as COVID fears can Waitangi celebrations. It's official, the Warriors captain is chasing a new dream.
Do you mind
where
turning
Roger
it down
Tuivasa
just a little bit,
shares it.
because it's a little
Plus,
bit
can
loud.
Luna Rossa wrap up the Prada semi-finals? See you at 6.
Has Waitangi been canned?
After helping thousands of Kiwis through their unique selling journey, I know our team
Just
will
that
give you a great
a lot of
result
people
and
aren't
give
going
your
to
next
go.
chapter its best start.
For the sake of the
Take the new year by
marriages
storm
that
with Rebel's first in, first served
For the
sale.
sake of what?
And 50% off store-wide.
For the
Step
sake
into
of
the
the
new year
Maori
in style
people
and get
up
amongst the
there.
hottest gear this summer. Ends Monday, only at Rebel Sports.
Life's fit.
They're afraid that they won't take the bank up.
Have you been reading about the adventures of the cruise ship Le Prose or whatever it is?
The cruise ship,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like they've been turned away. I think they have been turned away.
Well, I'm so glad, because I mean, it seems to be in the history of the virus, cruise ships have been one of the major super spreaders.
Yeah,
And I'm appalled that somebody thinks they can make money in a situation like we have at the moment.
yes.
And I'm just so glad that the government didn't cave in.
Yeah,
They stuck to their guns. And I swear, they warned them. They said, you come into New Zealand waters, you'll be arrested. It's my understanding. They seem to have gone to New Caledonia. But I feel sorry for the people. Didn't it stop off somewhere in Indonesia and take on some crew people? And they were the ones that were denied the visas.
To choose from for the final chase, set A or set B, and you team have selected set
B.
Set B, which means, of course, the Beast gets set A. 3 of you have made it through to the final. That means you get a 3-step head start the Beast, and there it is. That's quite a big advantage. Make that pay. I wish you luck. Your time starts now. The Taj Mahal Palace Hotel is located in what country?
David.
India.
Correct. Which Teletubby has a one-syllable name?
David.
Poe.
Correct. What canal was closed by the Six-Day War?
Marina. Suez.
Correct. Which scientist discovered the atomic nucleus in 1911?
Marina. Röntgen.
Ernest Rutherford. Which children's writer created the world of Wonderland?
Marina. Lewis Carroll.
Correct. Yellow next is what type of small rodent?
David.
Mouse.
Correct. What vowel appears twice in the word protagonist?
David.
O.
Correct. Who played newlywed Maddie in the sitcom Life of Riley?
I spelled it wrong.
Marina. Caroline Clayton.
Correct. The Great White North is a colloquial term for what country?
Marina.
Correct. Which female singer had the 80s hit Love Resurrection?
David.
Oh, summer.
Alison Moyet. Which poet was denied burial in Poets' Corner 1824?
David.
Byron. The Western Mail newspaper is based in what Welsh city?
Martin.
Cardiff.
Correct. The Gladiolus is a member of what larger family of plants?
David.
Crocus.
Viruses. Waka is a classic form of poetry for what Asian country?
Marina. India.
Japan. The kickflip and fakie heel flip are tricks in what activity?
Martin.
Skateboarding.
Correct. Who's the maternal grandfather of Princess Eugenie?
David.
Prince Andrew.
Prince Philip. In what Elvis hit was the rhythm section called the Purple Gang?
Marina. Blue Suede Shoe.
Jailhouse Rock. Eastern diamondback is the deadliest species of what snake?
Marina. Rattlesnake.
Correct. Training a Tiger was a 1997 guidebook about what sport?
Golf.
David.
Cricket.
Golf. Actress
Think
Vicky
about
Sumner
it.
is the daughter of which
Tiger
star?
Woodhouse.
Martin.
Steve.
Correct. How many decades are there in 2
That
centuries?
disgusting body
Correct.
skin.
The word scampi comes directly from what language?
Italian.
Correct. Libya's national flag. Really trying to get a good run on there, get a bit more play. 17. So 14 questions answered. You don't think it's enough?
No.
Yeah, but you know what?
Pushbacks.
Yes, David's right. Pushbacks. All right, here we go. Time to bring back the chaser.
They make too many mistakes.
Good run at the end.
Started very well. Fell apart a bit in that third quarter. Still, it's right in the fun zone.
Let's do it. Remember, if the Beast gets a question wrong, the team get it right. They push him back 1 step. It's time for the final chase. Chaser, your time starts now. Brown Widow is a species of what creature?
Spider.
Correct. Musical style ska originated on what island?
Jamaica.
Correct. In Russia, Victory Day remembers the victims of what war?
World War II.
Correct. The Musgrave family features in what Jane Austen novel?
Pride and Prejudice.
Stop the clock. That is wrong.
I think it's Persuasion.
Persuasion.
I'll go with that.
Not 100%, I think it's persuasion.
Brad, we're going to go with persuasion.
Is correct. Well played. We pushed the chaser backs. 15 required. Great answer. Well played, Karina. Here we go. Chasing your time starts again. Now, how is the actress born Margaret Natalie Smith best known?
Natalie Portman. I don't know. Natalie Urine.
Apple. Correct. Winkle Watson was a regular character of what children's comic?
Dino.
Stop the clock.
He said Dino.
He said Dino.
The Dandy.
Is correct. The dandy is right. We push the chaser back. 7 required.
It's going to be close now.
Here you go. Your time starts again. Now, Jaffa Naval and Valencia are correct. What waterfall is located on the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe?
Victoria.
Correct. Has Bill Paxton played astronaut Fred Hayes in what film drama?
Apollo 13.
Correct. The name of what coin worth 4 pence meant great or thick?
Groves.
Correct. Cecil Parkinson was chairman of what political party? Correct. What Buddy Holly's song was originally called Cindy Lou?
Mary Lou.
Stop the clock.
Peggy Sue, Brad. Peggy Sue.
Is correct. You push the chaser back. 3 required. Here we go.
Oh, look.
Your time
5
starts
seconds.
again. Now, traditionally, grog was rum diluted with what?
Water.
Correct. The ghost of Prince Edward appears in what Shakespeare play time?
Oh, I've got it. Look at that. 60,000.
All about the pushbacks, completely 100%. 7 chances to push back, 5 executed. Well played. How do you feel?
Unbelievable.
Elated. Elated. Do you know what? Thoroughly enjoyed playing alongside you. Very good team indeed. Martin, Karina and David. Take your £60,000. Stephen, £20,000 each. You have not been caught. Congratulations. You've outrun the chaser. Well played. Very good indeed. Chaser.
That's what happens when you get a good team who've got time to think about answers. And to be fair, that's exactly what you did. You earned it. Well played, guys.
Thank you.
What a game, really. And the team go home with £20,000 each. What about that? Could you take money from a chaser? Well then please come and have a go if you think it's clever enough. We'll see you next time on The Chase. Goodbye.
Tonight, a desperate plea to find the MIQ wiggle room.
We'll return to New Zealand to see my friends and family.
How urgent does it have to be? You know, he's been given approximately 2 months to live.
What a dying man's been denied, why a dying man's been denied an emergency spot, but there's room for international entertainers. Plus, tempers flare over a massive tyre fire in Canterbury as a man appears in court while residents are gearing gearing up for more legal action to prevent it happening again. And American Magic's Disappearing Act.
They are stalled in the middle of the Waitemata, and they are watching their chances at the America's Cup sail off into the distance.
Lynn Ross's pace proves too much for the wounded American boat. Should Team New Zealand be worried? Good evening. A desperate plea to the government tonight from a heartbroken family. Please help our dying brother come home. Trevor Ponting is stuck in Japan but can't get an exemption for a place in MIQ. Katie Bradford joins us shortly with government reaction. But first, here's her report.
Snowboarding, skating, rock climbing. Professional athlete Trevor Ponting's lived a life of adventure.
Diagnosed with brain cancer.
And now he just wants to come home for Japan for the last few months of his life.
Would have liked to return to New Zealand to see my friends and family.
But his Christchurch-based family's reeling after authorities rejected his application for an emergency spot in a managed isolation facility.
They feel like the medical condition that he's got isn't urgent. However, I think, from our standpoint, how urgent does it have to be? He's been given approximately 2 months to live.
That's despite Trevor's wife and young children being granted critical purpose visas. The only hold-up, that compulsory MIQ spot.
He wants to come home to be with his mum. And it's just got to that situation where it's his dying wish.
The pain exacerbated by news of MIQ exemptions for children's entertainers, the Wiggles.
Just crazy. I just didn't think it would come to this. I thought we'd have that green light. We'd have a space for them. I thought it was urgent.
I just can't believe that there's not a spot somewhere, whether or not it would mean putting, some people into another, space or whatever, but there must be some flexibility in the system.
With only one Air New Zealand flight a week out of Japan, the situation is urgent.
Compassion, and how would you feel if it was your son or your daughter?
Those already home and isolating at the Pullman, the source of this week's community cases, face a number of new rules, including a day 5 post-departure test. But fears appear to have diminished, with no lines at testing centres around Auckland, and big crowds as politicians rubbed shoulders. Chinese New Year festivities getting off to a bang in Auckland. No sign of social distancing, and Jacinda Ardern mobbed by crowds, and a familiar message.
If you've forgotten, make sure you scan on the way out, and everywhere you go, it's so important to make sure we keep up those practices over the course of 2021, the year of the ox.
Organisers say there are far fewer people here than in normal years. Half the crowd, though, wearing masks, and most people scanning in, a sign, though, that Aucklanders do still want to get out and enjoy events this long weekend. But scanning or not, 2 big Waitangi Day festivals in Auckland have been cancelled. They were expected to